In today's video, we're going to talk about doing research on your generic sentence that we made last week. Hi, my fellow screenwriting enthusiasts. It's Paul from Small Town Movie Critic. If you're new to the channel, we're all about helping you write that kick-ass screenplay by giving you tips, tools, inspiration, and of course, product reviews. If you feel like this is the type of content that would be good for helping you with your screenwriting endeavors, feel free to hit the subscribe button below. As we do each and every week, I'd like to welcome all our new subscribers, and this week I'd like to welcome 2 more, and their names will appear here and here because I know I'm going to butcher them. So I just wish you luck in your future writing and filmmaking endeavors, and thank you for joining our community. Now today we're working our way through our video series, which talks about taking a screenplay from idea to first draft. In the last video for this series, we looked at learning a new way to brainstorm into a generic sentence, or brainstorm our idea into a generic sentence. And that generic sentence, again, is just a simple plot. It's hero, goal, obstacle. Again, hero, goal, obstacle. Now today, we're going to talk about researching this sentence. Now before we go any further, I want to ask you a question. Why did you choose the generic sentence you did? Because remember, you brainstormed a bunch of them. Now, did you have some emotion around it? Did it excite you? Did it terrify you? Was there a sentence you passed on because you felt some type of emotion? Now, if there was, I want you to relook at that sentence. You see, when we feel some type of emotion over our generic sentences, this is just an indication that we have some passion around this particular sentence. So again, remember what I said about finding your passion in what you write. It's going to help you write when you're not feeling like you can write. And there's going to be days, believe me, I know, that you're not going to feel like writing. And it's having those butterflies, it's having those feelings that excite you about this particular idea. So if you have a sentence that makes you feel a certain way, I would maybe pick that sentence to go forward to do this next part of our lesson, which is going to be doing some research. Now with that said, let's move back to our objective for today, which is learning to research our topic. And the reason we need to do this is because we want to immerse ourselves into the movie, to watch these fictional characters go to places that don't exist. We want to feel the weight of their actions, which will elicit some type of emotional response from us. Now, the concept of being immersed into a movie is called suspension of disbelief. Now, as Jeff, who is a creator of Fast Screenplay, puts it, this is a pretty long quote, but why on earth would you cry because an actor on a set spoke words written by someone else? How is it possible that you can emotionally invest in the story to the point of experiencing genuine emotion within you? Again, it's that concept of suspension of disbelief. When we sit in the cinema and the lights go out, everyone watching agrees to suspend their disbelief. In other words, we all agree to pretend like this is real for the duration of the experience so that we might live in the imaginary world for a couple hours. Well, thank you, Jeff, for that. And that's a great breakdown of why we need to have a very authentic story. So again, so in order for this imaginary world to feel real, it has to feel authentic. You can't suddenly have dragons show up in the midst of your gritty Western out of nowhere. This is the reason that TV shows like ER and Grey's Anatomy have physicians as part of the writing staff or as consultants, so that the medical conditions and situations feel real. They feel authentic. And the way to get your world and stories to feel authentic is to, drumroll, to do research. Now, you have to be careful about research. Many times we do research because we don't want to do the work of writing. So when we do this research step, we need to be laser focused on what we want to research and why. And as to what you can do for research, there's a lot of great resources out there. There's the internet, there's Facebook groups, people we know. You can go to the library. Another internet source is the IMDb projects that are similar to the ones that we're trying to work on. So there's lots of different things that you can do to research, which is, again, why you really need to know what you need to research and why you need to research it. So you need to be laser focused. Now for me, and the script I'm working on, my main character is a pizza delivery driver. And I have no experience. I have experience eating pizza. I don't have any experience being a pizza delivery driver. So I looked up on the internet about stories about pizza delivery drivers and what sort of experiences they have seen. I also talked to a friend of mine who was a pizza delivery driver, and he talked about some of the funny stories he ran into while delivering in our local community. Now, let me just say, pizza delivery drivers don't get paid enough for some of the stuff they are subject to and have to see. Well, this was part of my research. It took me a couple days to complete due to the resources I was using, and I think it really helped me begin to help set out different plot points as I was starting to brainstorm my story a little bit more. So one of the things to think about as you research is to be flexible with the things that come up. You don't want to go down every internet or book rabbit hole, but you also don't want to dismiss stuff out of hand because you're too laser focused. So it's a balance. You need to just balance how you see stuff. So I want you to get to it. If you get stuck on what you need to So start researching. If you get stuck on what you need to research, leave it in the comment section below, and maybe I can help you find maybe some other resources to look at. So again, the reason that we're doing this is it's going to make it easier to write our first draft. By the time we begin our first draft, we're going to know so much about our idea that the words are just going to come flying out onto the page, which is why we do all this pre-work in order to and that's why we just don't sit down and write right away. Now, did you have any ahas in this lesson today? If you did, write them down in the comment section below. Now, before we end the video, as I've been doing the last couple weeks, I just want to give you a little update on my writing projects right now. Still in the editing phase of the audio drama, and have gotten about 15 more pages done of my script. 15 more pages, so I'm about at 30 pages right now. Yes, and this is the script about the pizza delivery driver. I wish I could give you more of what I've gotten done, but it's just one of those weeks where we're just got to keep working. The end is getting closer, but we still have a ways to go. So I'm really excited about the work, and I can't wait to share it with you. Both things. Once the script gets done as well, too, I can tell you how that felt getting done writing this particular script, and also I can't wait to share the audio drama with you as well. Well, my hope for you this week is that your writing goes well, or your rewriting goes well. I hope you've been able to carve out some time so you can work on that next kick-ass screenplay, because only you can make that next blockbuster that will help other people fall in love with storytelling like we all do. Well, until the next video, keep writing and have a blessed day.